A few days ago, I've tried out Honor's flip phone. That 4-inch screen impressed me. And today, I got my hands on the latest flip phone from Motorola, the Razr 50 Ultra, which also packs a small 4-inch screen. If you just look at the hardware specs, I think the Razr 50 Ultra makes more sense in some ways. Before we get into the review, let's give a quick minute to the sponsor, BLUETTI. BLUETTI is a well-known brand in the power solution industry, offering reliable, easy-to-install, and affordable power products. Whether it's portable power stations, home backup power plants, or solar energy systems, all to help you live a life more off the grid. You can purchase their products in over 100 countries and still be able to have excellent customer service. And this time, BLUETTI wanted us to reintroduce the AC200L portable power station to you guys. This one is a mighty 2048 Wh powerhouse with extremely reliable lithium ion phosphate battery built in, support 3,000 plus cycles of use and 10 years lifespan. The total capacity can be scaled up to 8 kWh by stacking up with the B210, B230, and B300, and a 92% energy conversion is the industry-leading performance. So the AC200L can output 2,400 watt from the AC port and 3,600 watt max in the powerlifting mode. It has all the ports you can imagine, such as AC ports, DC ports, and many USB ports, covering the charging needs for 99% of devices you have at home or outdoors. To name a few, coffee maker 3.8 hours, refrigerator 28 hours, all kinds of lights, and every electronics for numerous hours. Once it's connected to your home power system, it can respond to the power outage in 20 milliseconds, so you never need to worry about losing electricity. It supports 2,400 watt input and 1,200 watt solar input, and in just 45 minutes, it can be charged up to 80%. You can connect your phone to the unit via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi and then control it with the app. With all these awesome features, you get a 5-year warranty for this BLUETTI AC200L. If you want to know more about this one, you can click the link down below. Thank you to BLUETTI for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to the review. The Razr 50 Ultra comes in a black package that contains a C2C charging cable and a 68 watt charger. Unlike most Chinese brands' Type A chargers, this one uses a Type C port. This isn't just a difference in the form factor, it means that most likely it doesn't have a private fast charging protocol, and we can get a very decent charging power out of any fast charger you have. Back to the design, the Razr 50 Ultra uses the same 4-inch screen as the Honor Magic V Flip, but in terms of experience, they are totally different. Motorola allows you to run any app on this small screen without any adaptation, yes, almost any app. But I think it's a bit rough. When using the Motorola, many apps feel like they are forced to be used on this screen, and I can only give it a pass grade in terms of the experience. For example, when running some social media software, the keyboard will almost completely take over the screen, and I can't even see the words I just entered. Sometimes the camera will need to be manually adjusted because it blocks some of the software icons. Another bug is that when I switch from the big screen to the small screen, 100% you will have to put up with the laggy 24 FPS animation. In comparison, Honor has offered a better experience, but only optimized apps can run on the small screen. It's actually hard for me to say which solution is better. If you need more detailed information about the Honor Magic V Flip China version, you can watch the review video. Now back to the big screen, Moto's screen is particularly slim and looks a bit awkward. Honor's 21:9 screen is the limit I can take. In terms of crease, the Moto has a bit better control of it, but in actual use, Honor's creases are much harder to be noticed, simply because Honor's screen film has an excellent anti-glare effect that reduces the light reflection on the crease. So I got the main color of this time. It is also a popular Pantone certified color, Peach Puzz. I personally like this color, bright but not too saturated. Such color on the phone really surprised me. In terms of thickness, the Moto is obviously a bit thicker than the Honor when the phone is folded, and when unfolded, there's not much difference between the two. I've also shot some exterior comparisons. Which flip phone do you think looks better? The smaller screen is a 4-inch AMOLED screen with LTPO support, 417 ppi. In terms of dimming, it has a low brightness PWM dimming and high brightness DC-like dimming. The larger screen has the same excellent performance and the dimming is consistent. My only complaint is the proportions, which is a bit too slim. The Ultra version is driven by the AS Gen 3. We have reviewed a couple of AS Gen 3 phones, so simply put, the performance is close up to Gen 2. I've done some testing as well and is a good performer in terms of theoretical performance. Thanks to this latest chip, the Razr 50 Ultra supports some new features like Wi-Fi 7 and AV1 decoding. In terms of gaming, it's clear that this AS Gen 3 can run at full power due to the cooling issues. When I did the Genshin Impact test, I was also wondering who would run such a heavy game on a flip phone. And if you compare it to the Honor, the AS Gen 3 has a better power efficiency, but I don't think there's much of a difference between the two in terms of the gaming performance. The Razr 50 Ultra has a combination of the main camera and telephoto camera, which I think is very practical. What I mean is that compared to an ultra-wide camera, a telephoto camera can enable people to take good photos. Telephoto camera also has an advantage when it comes to portraits. First, I compare the main camera. The performance is relatively close. In terms of details, Moto's performance is better, and Honor doesn't seem to be as sharp. But in terms of dispersion control, Honor is better. Under artificial light, Moto's exposure and white balance are more accurate, while Honor's round exposure makes the photos look a bit dirty. In terms of sharpness, Moto is a little better, but the difference is very small. You can see there are different color styles in this photo. It's hard for me to say which one is better, but obviously the more vibrant colors from Honor will be more pleasing to the eye. Overall, I'd say the Moto's main camera is a bit better, but the telephoto camera on the Moto is a little disappointing. It isn't a lot stronger than the Honor's crop in most scenes, which makes me a little disappointed. In terms of portraits, Moto is acting a bit strange. In these photos taken by 2x zoom and portrait mode, Moto made me look like I was 60 years old. I tried several times and got the same result. Keep in mind that I even used artificial light in some of the photos. When using the main camera for selfies, the difference is not that big, but I prefer the Honor's skin tones, and I'm sure girls will too. The Razr 50 Ultra uses a 4000 mAh battery, which isn't as good as the Honor, but the difference isn't as big as I thought it would be. There's a 68-watt charger included in the package, but this phone only supports a max charging power of 45 watts. It takes about 49 minutes to fully charge the battery, and it is worth noting that it also supports 15-watt wireless charging. Alright, this is the Motorola Razr 50 Ultra review. If I had to choose a flip phone, I would probably go for the Honor Magic V Flip. The Razr feels so rough and unoptimized. It is just not doing a good job in terms of the small screen and selfies, which are the things we care about the most of a flip phone. Anyway, if you want to buy these latest flip phones, Geek Wheels have you covered. I'm Will from Gizmochina. See you next time.